Hello traders, welcome back. Let's review where we are last 4 days in the system. Market has taken a downward direction. As we can see, as this big bar closes below all these lines right here, we suggest the beginners to go and think about taking shots. You can also see the contract tracker was between these two lines, yellow and red. It is also signaling, and we also added Bollinger Bands. As you can see, when the pressure is almost going 45 degrees down, the contract tracker may not go to the sell zone because the pressure is so high. Sell zone. The buyers don't have the pressure to push it to the sell zone. So buyers are not even able to raise the certain pattern we'd like to go towards. So sellers were pumping the market, as you can see, in 45 degrees. All right. Until the bar close is across all these things which happened here, and then it got reversed again. We were in downtrend. So let's say you want to take shorts only, except for this small area. You're taking shorts. One more thing you can do once you have a fresh reset like this, we call this a reset of the trend, when it gets back close to these lines right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. First 2-3 times retest of these lines can be a good shot. This is one such equation. Now this went here, gave us a fake breakout, then came back again in the shorting direction right here. And this is where we posted the Gann angle on this DNA structure to go short across the 45. It was a great big win based on these rules. So let's go back on. As you can see, this is almost 1 hour. This is 15 minutes. And then here we have balance imbalance, looking at the shift in bunch of bars, what's going on. So let's go back when the trend started going down. At this point. So Gann angle on this big up bar move, 45 degrees, crossed it. We can put it. People who have this tool, use it. Level 1 tools offers that automation, big bar angle, select it, keep it, put it in the DNA structure. 45 degrees is right there. As you can see, you have been trained how to do this. Let's put it on here. This is the crack of 45. This is the stop loss right there, vertical. All being trained to enjoy this sort of profit. And then if you're holding a runner, you're running. You're running and running and running and running. You ran per contract 5 grand, 5K per contract. So that's besides the point. Main thing is, are you able to do the right things? All right. So that is what it is. And Gann was an expert. Since we're talking about Gann angle, we have made it much better approach to it. Since we're talking about Garen Engels, we should talk about his mastery on trading, where once he gets the trend, he adds on, piles up. When you have this direction build up, you just pile on. Here, instead of getting out, add in, add in, add in, add in. You got it. There has to be some reason to get out. One contract, add double it, 2, 4, 8, 10. You have a large lot. This is how you make big money, right? Not 6 point, 5 point, scared. It's okay. This is what you need to practice. And this is where we have the direction has been picked up here. This is entering in the system. So we don't chase the price either. We enter using this dynamically shifting energy bars. So retest, 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 retest. So these are 9, sorry, I should be saying 9 point separated, because there are 9 numbers in the universe. As you can see, we do a lot of work with frequencies. All right, so if it is pulling up, it could have just run up all the way here or here. So what our job is to put a limit here. Boom, boom. All right, so that's what you do, limit here. Must remember, you're averaging in. So it all depends on trading tactics. We're not talking about how to become a trader. We're talking about how you can press the right buttons, right direction, which makes you money. Nowhere in this business you have to follow strict rules. You have to follow a discipline and a structured methodology. And then you have to train your brain. And you should be able to be adapting to the market conditions right away. We were projecting 44.21, as you can see here. See, we'll talk about that, right? So there we go. So we're waiting for the limit to pull us in. And you can rotate this. So you can have one big runner running here, and these ones you can rotate. 9 point, 18 point, get out, okay? Get in, 9 point, again, get in, 9 point. Try to see if you can catch 2. Here again, stop loss. Let it run up and pull you in. Let it go up, pull you in. Let it go up, pull you in. We're not chasing in this ecosystem. All right, so that is that. So that is the middle chart. We have 15 minutes on this. And same thing. When in doubt, get Mr. Gann out. Let's get Mr. Gann out right here. 369, level 1 angles. Drop it, click it. Exactly same thing what I posted before it happened. Today it happened exactly the same thing. Structured approach. Now if you put it here, what's going on here? It's giving us, when this guy price crosses below this up moving 45 degrees, right? Market, we want to go down on the break. As long as this is holding, trend is up. Moment it breaks is 45, trend has shifted. So what do we do? What is limit? 9, lots of 9s. Same thing as today, I posted earlier, right there. What happens here? Right? It comes back to those areas where it broke, comes back to retest it. So we broke here precisely intersection of 245 degrees. Watch the pattern. Is it true? Look at the Twitter. Same exact pattern. Look at this symptom. Again, we are taking the bias. We love to pick the bottom, and we have picked up at least last 1 year 7-8 huge major bottoms, and that's what it is, right? So we will get to that state. All right, and then this day comes. Now this is where it attempted to give us. It is now see we were talking about this 21 area, right? This 4, 21, 22, 25, whatever areas where we do capture large contracts, right? So attempted 30 points. We posted that also. Let's go to the chart right here, right? So you already have that. It moved only 30 points. We were looking for some. So that business is not done yet. So what we did, we also gave you an ultra warning at 9:30 at night. If, it's always if, right? So where are you? It's right here, right there. We've been tracking this since March. And we put this level at night time at 9:30. Look at the Twitter, right? This is where going on. 9:35 to be precise, 9:36. We posted that. All right, and there we go. So if this one doesn't hold, this is the frequency one and doubling circuit of frequency. So we post it. We are going here. If it doesn't hold, then we also have bottom target, which is easily visible here, 42.57, doubling circuit based on measured move. Look at the oscillator here, pinned to the bottom. So a rise of this short, short, short. The moving average, green line, is extremely low. This oscillator is designed, once you have a moving average value at price, pinned at certain price, like extremely low. It's like overbought, oversold. The average is overbought, oversold. Here it is oversold. Oscillator is going to react. This is 36 Renko. We talked about it many times. This is your short. This is, remember, we're dealing with huge levels, huge swings. Big money is made not by 6.5 point. Oh, no. 50 points, 100 points. Just destroy everything points, right? Hold it, hold it, hold. So that's the challenge. Fear factor shows up. Okay, so there we go. 50, 60 points. And we are talking about ability to hold it, right? So, all right, second opportunity came right here. Boom. And again, we have these blue levels posted most of the time. And you can see this retesting it, retesting it, retesting. This one was rested, went to the previous one to retest it, the whole block. Boom. Look at the oscillator telling us to big move is coming. All right, last one. Look at this one. It went to retest it. A rough cluster here, went to retest this again. Boom, it's coming. We posted this already, right? So trade management. So we have this huge in August 15 days you have around 300 point moves, 200 point moves. So this kind of move happens 2-3 times a month. We know the statistics. So if they don't hold, they will fold, doubling the frequency. Tesla frequencies, laws of nature must be obeyed. So that is what it is. So we also did for the crude. People complained we have very large accounts. Doesn't matter. We took 5 MCLs, half a crude contract. Main thing was location. It was posted again. Nice reaction, right? Why? Because we were projecting this height. Look at this height. Where is it going to go? Right here, frequencies. This is all about the great 369 mystical frequencies. Rest is all logical details, methodology. All right, so we are still tracking down. So this is where the GAN shines. Okay, so this is, I think you already saw this today, Thursday, 8:17 live. We put the line there, GAN, and just broke, and this is the power of GAN, right? So this is a 65-minute chart. This is 15-minute chart, and the location was there, right? Location is there. Don't go blind. It could have just retested this. We don't know that. Just because the oscillator says, right? So this was a good one, and we are trying to retest it, right? So they could. Why did it stop here? So we have banking bar trading methodology. This was a banking bar. If you just look at the 15-minute, it was retested. So you had two contracts, and this is where it is. You had it maybe two more again. Now that's all it is. But this is where the GAN comes into picture, right? Certain 45 degrees above or below, your trend is not confirmed until that is broken. All right. This is where we are situated. So now we are sitting at this 43.85, as we saw. It just flushed it in the end, got too excited about it, but the main thing is this is our level, which was frequency level. Now in a 100-point move, 4 or 5 points, just a noise. Okay, that's all there is. So to go long, what we have to do, we'll put a GAN on this. To go short, the up angle has to be broken. To go long, this down angle has to be broken, and it will be posted right here, and we're going to crack it, and if it goes, it goes. All right, so that is the frequency one. If the frequency one, they don't find buyers, is going lower. Now this could be just a low for next 4 weeks. You have to go back and look at my vibration times posted on that. What are the next vibration times coming? They come every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They don't tell you how far it's going to go. All right, so that's how we transfer our information, our logic, the bias, sequentially. All right, this is again execution chart. There is a other half part, which is the methodology of frequency and DNA and C54 and profiling and Charlie's. There's a 9-point system we follow to qualify first the location. We know this location, and then we hit home. Take the bias and direction. These are the execution charts. All right, so now look at this patterns. I'm trying to show you the patterns which show up over and over. Your brain is not trained, right? Your brain is not trained for it. That's all. There's nothing. What I'm showing you so far, there's no intelligence involved. It's patterns, and those patterns are not visible for retail market. Now on this chart, we have this value at price pinned at 3 o'clock in the morning, 369. That's what we do. Now yesterday, now this algo box are showing up. Now this is static polarity. This polarity is a DNA structure of ES market, and this will never change. This is one of the favorite things GAN did. Secret formulas, unless you spend thousands and thousands of hours, you'll not find it, unfortunately. And they change on certain conditions. Okay, they change on certain conditions, but they usually stay static for months. All right. So look at this, right? We always need a retest of something. So now we will look at, it's always a 2 chart trading. One higher time frame, one lower time frame. If you want to swing, you have to use 1 hour and 4 hours. Intraday, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Scalping, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. And then you go inside the bar. We posted a lot of patterns here. Trend, if you look at this professional software we have, in our professional trading desk in Switzerland, what we have is here. See that? So I've been explaining what is going on inside the bar. what's going on inside the bar, right? That's so that will help you reduce your stop losses, right? So that's all there is, because we want to see the buyers are coming or not. If you look at this bar, there's only buyers here which are aggressive. So this is a buyer imbalanced bar. There's no sellers here. The buyers were hitting the ask, hitting big ones. What they're trying to do, the seller showed up here. This was a shorting pattern at the close. So if you shorted here with 4 ticks, you took a stop loss. Pattern was correct, location was correct, but this is all happening inside this bar. These two bars are fighting what to do. Every time they come to this location, they have to make a decision: break or fold. Came again, break or fold, break or fold, break or fold. They're trying this V shapes, right? So the war is going on. You don't see it from outside, but this is, you can see now what's going on inside. You need a lot of training on this, a lot of practice, a lot of, again, patterns of your brain. Your brain has to restructure. These patterns are there. All right, so this was sellers and buyers fighting. Buyers pushed it right there. So our job is, this is our lean 4 tick stop loss, 3 tick stop loss. Market opens, take a shot, stop loss is right there, and they went down and stopped us. So you got probably 1.2 point scalp, right? But they stopped us. All right, so that's, you're not look. We may have to take a couple of stops to get 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1. Right now we're dealing with getting to 4 to 6 tick stop loss to make 20 point, 40 point, 50 point. Right? We are. This is where your account is gonna go up 45 degrees. Now you're getting into the professional domain a little bit, right? So you're zoning it from very high level, monthly, weekly, 4 hours, hourly, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Now you're looking inside the bar. You need some, your brain will get trained. It takes time. Bunch of screens, methodology, pattern. You can do it very quickly, in minutes. It takes time to get there. This bar is only buyers. Why? There's no sellers there, which were aggressive comparatively, right? Okay, no problems. This area is of interest to us. Okay, sellers were there. The pattern, T pattern is there, as we talked about, but it got flushed out, right? So the buyers, these aggressive buyers are coming in, and they just, this pattern was good, actually, a very good pattern. See here, 1100 contracts, 160 interested parties, 1100, 166, 14. There's like a decline of interest, right? Look at here. This is algo. Same number of show of bids. See that? Sorry, ask. So the bids are, and look at this big. Watch the number of contracts here inside the bar. 400, 500 average, right? Here, 200 average on the top. Algo flushing. They know what people are going to do. They also know what professionals are going to do, and it goes to the next level. Here, a line is coming from the back side. What is this line? Buyers are jammed. So buyers who are jammed here, they're trying to get out. So that's why we have those lines. So we took initial loss, no problems. 4 point stop loss. Let's say we take 10 contracts, lost 10 points, no problem. 15 points worst case scenario, no problem. We down $750, no problems. But our context is correct, right? So what do we do? Once this business is done, remember the sellers are sitting there. The sellers are there, sellers are there, sellers are there. This whole block is a seller block. Once they come down, so this is open, went down, crushed it, came down at the same point, exactly same area. They open and close. This is where you see your dojis and all these things, right? Manipulation going on. Try again. So what do you have? These are the 3 and this guy is your lean. So you're leaning again. You try again. You take a 500, 750 loss. What do? Short the contracts again, and this time no threat. And once you catch it, now you see this on the top counter is happening as well. So once you see this, it's 1,000 imbalanced contract in the bar. Is green because the sellers are hitting the bid. That's why it is bid aggressive. Why it is red here? Because the sellers are reaching out, hitting the bids, reaching out, going down and hitting the bids. They don't want to sell high, they want to sell low. They're okay to sell lower. They want to take the market down. Once you catch this, now what is going on here? So here what it is, you are in 5 times 10, $2,500 up at this point. You'll be tempted to take it out. You lost 150, take it out 1,500. Oh my God, I'm such a world's best trader. I got 1,500. Now what happens here? You missed $20,000, didn't you? So that's the whole thing, right? So at these critical levels, once you catch the trade, holding is a big problem. Getting in is very easy. There's so many ways of getting in, right? So this is so you have to get to this zoned in macro to micro in minutes, seconds, and then you stick with it. Once you're zoned in, the power of zoning in your mind, that's it is. Now you see on the top green, 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 green. So the shift has not happened yet. In the try, they try to attempt to do it again, right? Why it is attempting to do it again? This is your double bottom. See that? That's why they're showing up. Those are double bottom pickers, triple bottom, 1, 2. They're coming. Pattern is there, T inverted. Look at the buyers in this bar and sellers. We need to see the shift that they are really aggressive, and then we have to see a break and hold of it, right? Nothing happened. Next buy, what happens? This showed up again, banged again. Look at this, aggressive, 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 aggressive. There's no 193 aggression of the buyers. Look at this, 5,700 seller aggression, right? So you need to at least see 2 bars to reverse. There are a lot of patterns here in this inside bar. Don't worry about it, but you got the idea. So you have seen this happening. That is the last stage. So easier to see this is algos, right there. Again, we are looking at the bar level, right? So what happens here? Break, retest, crack, right? So you have to flip on the, this is same as having a trend line and it flips on the other side, right? Flip on the other side to retest it. Very powerful trend lines. We already discussed that in the free videos. So now you see this one, break, break, retest, retest, correct? All right. So what is happening at 2 o'clock? Let's check our 15 minutes driving chart. So let's get rid of Gans. So here we are on the top. Our balance imbalance is telling us to go short. 60-minute is telling us to go short, right? So our bias is already there. We can just trade at this level. So how do we trade at this level? Just using the box. Simple. We don't chase the price. Break below these boxes. So we have a lot of boxes are coming up, retesting, buyers, sellers are fighting. This is where they are. Now you know what's going on. We're doing it at the bar level, tracking at the bar level. Let's zoom in. V shape, which I showed you inside the bar. This box showed up again. Look at the context. We want to go short. Look at the context. We want to go short. Here also. Never chase it. What do you do? Take the box. There's also a GAN bar here. You can put 45 degrees here also. Nobody's stopping us, right? There we go. So this is where the pivot break strategies also come into picture. Oh, pivot is there. Close before the pivot is fine. Go here, fine. No worries. Anything is fine. Job is to make money. Whatever fancies your technical analysis, it doesn't matter. But now what we are interested in is, because we are in the DNA section of ES, right? It breaks, retests. Same thing will happen over and over. Break, retest, down. So that's what that was. Now you see if that happens again or not. Now we can also use these boxes to draw the trend lines. Boxes, the edges. We want to have some offset. Let market breathe. Let contracts run. All right. So there we go. So what are we expecting? Same pattern, right? Algos, we want it to go short. Let's look at the right, this guy, where it is. Same pattern. We want to go short. Here was a little bit tricky on the hourly because trend was showing it may go up. So that, but this contract tracker is saying it may push down. This is saying push down. So we're getting some evidence. Remember, we are in the execution chart. So if you're confused and in doubt, what do you do? Trend lines are your best friend, always. Correct? Absolutely. And then what else can we do? I'm going to put my GAN fan right here. I'm doing it right in front of you. It doesn't take too much time. I do it all day long. And we do heavy duty trading, massive, because we are in a different zone, right? So you should be able to trade using banking bar methodology, just pure price, nothing else. If you tell me just this is I will only give you the bars, nothing else, you can trade. Yes, we can. And pros who have gone through or in the process of finishing the hedge fund program, level 1, they know how to do it. Just give them 1 hour, 15-minute, 5-minute chart, pure charts. That's it. They will trade, win 80% of the time. Nothing else they need. It's all in the DNA structures. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to put the GAN on 15-minute. Break, short, initial stop loss. Let it run. Comes back to retest it, goes down. Again, levels are here to short. Here the short was initial short, was confirmed by GAN angle. This chart has to be squared, but we're not squaring it because it will not make much difference for a few ticks, right? So context is set up. 2 chart trading is important. And here, the same, all this drama is also happening right here in the bar. Right, this 40, you can assume this is 45 degrees. This is a short we want to take. So everything lines up. If you miss it, you'll be scared. It's okay. Let it crush, retest, then take it. You'll miss a lot of trades like that. That's fine. Again, retest it. Again, where? DNA. Crush it. Went to. So this one, as we talk about it, if the target is not holding it. This is sliced it like a butter, right? You just hold it for 5 minutes, then you just slice it. That means this is not the termination point. This is the halfway point. Where does it go? Doubling circuit. This is halfway point. Did not hold. Attempted to hold for like maybe, what is it, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes. No buyer showed up. Now you get evidence right there. They are going down, doubling the target. And this is where we are. Long video. Just wanted to show. I cannot show the early part of it. That is people who have paid things. So they have spent 60 hours, 50 hours one-on-one, right? In a group, small group, to answer all the questions. Master the methodology. It's a 9-point methodology. This, as I said, is an execution, and this is how you do it. But we know from the high time frames, shorts are coming, and then shorts are coming, right? The free part on the video section, that's strong enough for smart enough people. You're giving some valuable, useful information. The short was coming, doubling circuit, doubling frequency. That was one part of it. We also, in March, made a watch the video on Mandala. Search the YouTube 369 channel Mandala. We projected 60, 40, 700. Remember, going back in such a long time, 5 months it took. We told this is where it is going. When it was here, 40, 200 level, it is going here, right? You missed. I don't know. I always miss that long targets by 30, 40 points. But again, then we have these other frequencies and we do it here. And then now, why are we missing? Gann called it a loss of motion, lost motion. Energy is being lost and dissipated. And people who are in the main program, they know, because when they start doing the DNA structures for massive, huge moves on monthly and weekly and daily charts, they know exactly where the market is going. And they hold those frequencies for almost 9, 10 months. And now we start seeing the fracture, loss of motion in those frequencies. You will start missing same thing what I am doing here. We are the frequency we are measuring started in November last year, and now we are 9 months into it. Last month, 2 months, we are missing 20, 30 points from those frequency on each side, for the reason because Gann called it as a lost motion. But anyways, we do is we go from macro to micro level and catch it other way around. So this is, I think, a good summary, I would say, for people who are using free stuff and people who are using paid stuff. Majority of the time, this is all just the last component of the training program. All the tools are drag and drop. As you can see, nothing much to do. This is where you start winning every day. Winning 4 days a week, 18 days in 22 days of trading, you'll win 18 days, right? So that's the statistics. You should win. Simple as that. 18 win days out of 22. So you're allowed to lose 1 day out of 4. So 4 win days, 1 lost days. Okay, you're a net winner. And the way I showed you, right? If your winning days are 3x or 5x, you lose track of any losses, right? But you need 3-4 screens, and you need to master it, and you need to open your mind to it, so we can look into your mind and shape it for extreme profits. You can go from you can get to 4K to 1K range, right? At easy part of it. This is the range you will be playing with once you master it and get to this level. Now, if you trade from 3 a.m. 2 sessions to like 3 p.m. or 3:45, whatever, right? 12, 13-hour days. If you really want money, 2 sessions, you can get to 4K to 19K. This is per day. And that's going to happen, not going to happen unless you overcome your mind. Now, if you were like, we had this, right? We're going to stop here and take off. It only went 30 points. You should be able to understand and change your mind. But if you did not, you missed this whole thing, right? So having anticipation is one thing. Sunday open. It's a very deep science behind it. Sunday opened. We drop the tool. Sunday open. Where's the hard spot here? Right here. One click. You've gone through this. Now what has happened is this Sunday open gave us the top for the. If you had watched the videos, I hate repeating myself and wasting your time too. Setting up makes a high early part of the week. Now this combination of these two is telling us the market from here, the harmonics, if you add the harmonics, the ninth harmonic, combining these two events, we are looking at this going here. It is playing with this. As always, remember, this swing, if it's not going to hold, it becomes 50. This could either hold right here, or this will become a doubling circuit, which will come down here. So that's what it is. And this is what the beauty of it is as well. We posted internally this blue lines, right? This is coming. So this blue line was the initial frequency, the frequency of 3. So 3 frequency in the middle numbers, 3 frequency in the middle numbers on the ninth harmonic. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So there are 8 sequencing of 8, sequencing of night, and inside this 8, 9, 6 sequencing we have harmonics. It's complicated, don't worry about it. That's why we made it so easy, so you can just treat it like a pattern space, not have to worry about understanding a lot of things and to spend 10 years and still not able to figure out. People have spent $500,000, 30 years, they can't still figure out, right? So this was already projected. Blue is place to be, so it held 1 time, 2 time, 3 time to the tick, 4th time, and then what happens? Start cracking. This is giving us that this is not going to hold. So what happens? Let it break. Now it's retesting on the other side, right? And there we are. So if it breaks 3, it's going to go to 6. And where is 6 here? Right there. Where is 6? Right here is a 6. I think you should trust me, but don't trust me. Trust was verify right there. 6 green lines are 6. All right. So what happened here on the 6th? Precisely hit to the tick, bounced off. Okay. So bounced off once, bounced off twice. And if it is not rallying and getting back into where it's supposed to be, what's going on? It's going to the 9th frequency. This is where I posted my levels right here. 9th frequency, 9th frequency, right? So, And why 11? Because 2 plus 9 is 11. So this is the last harmonics I am assuming for this week, because this model is a rotational vortex mathematical model where we are converting and compressing the time and projecting the time into price. And contracts and time cannot be invented. You cannot invent time. Every contract opens and closes and it dies, like life, right? It also has a life. Quarterly contracts, monthly contracts, weekly contracts, daily contracts, they have a life and they die. So we are running this on a weekly life of the contract. That's why we open it Sunday and they die by Friday, right? That's why we know what's going on. So based on the laws of nature, this is the expectation we have set up. From here, bounce from here, or bounce from here. Again, we're dealing with probabilities, and my accuracy is only 93%, not 100%. We are looking for this one magical formula, and ultimate universe has not given that to anybody, not even to Gann, not even to Tesla. Those were higher spiritual beings in physical form, but so this is what our expectations we can set, right? Expectations are set up correctly, and with knowing that this also monthly run, if they have taken that they had a good bull run for a couple of months, now they want to buy again, they will buy low. They'll put the market down X number of percentages down, so they buy low. How low they want to go, and then let's say maybe this might be the ultimate low for the next 4 weeks. Or this could be ultimate low for the next 4 weeks. We're setting probability spaces, and we as a trader should be able to manage those risk and rewards. You should be able to trade hedging trading, so you can sleep at night. You can hedge it. You can hedge ES versus ES, ES versus NQ. You can add some bonds to it. You can use options. You can use option and futures. There's so many tactical trading you can do. Or you can do in the money, deep in the money versus, you can sell the premium and fund your long calls and long puts. It's a 20 tactical trading, right? You can keep your delta hedged, or you can keep your delta biased. Those are tactical trading, but at the tactical level. And if this is not clear, obviously we have to go to monthly charts. So we are dealing this with hourly, 4 hours. Then you have to go to daily, weekly, monthly. So you go from macro level to inside the bar level. Now this other part of the equation is going even beyond inside the bar, which is looking at the real tape. In the tape reading, the software is now which can tell you which side is, how fast the tape is moving. Is it moving way too fast? Algos are in control. Don't even bother. It's moving too slow, no profit. It's going to be sideways day, right? It's moving at the right speed. And you can see right number of contracts. We have tape reading software which will print all this. We can't show you this, but which will show you all this, right? So if you're a scalper, you need those techniques. If you're a scalper, you have no other option. You have to. But again, those are the prints which are taking place after the fact. So you have to react very fast. You have to count. You should be a computer in your mind. You can count the tape and see the bias and the patterns also there. The patterns. So staying at the bar level is good enough, right? So how fast it is moving, what's going on. Again, this is setting the context and location. This is looking in the bar. There should be one just trading dome in itself, right there itself, right? So one screen for this, one screen for this, one screen for other higher time analysis, right? And one screen for execution. So if you want to be a professional, you need to invest in your education and your assets so you can do it. Options don't need to worry about it. Option, you just need one screen. And tactically you trade. But feeding on somebody's else's information. Oh, buy here. Yes, like a donkey, call goes in. Buy, 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 buy. And the guy's already front running you. He's telling everybody else to pile up behind him so he can make some money, make some pennies, right? That's not going to get you anywhere. You have to be the master. You have to master yourself. Psychology, you will have losses. As long as you're protected, you should be fine. And there's so many ways to protect your trades. So that's the whole story. And these are the levels we are interested to trade ourselves and see how it is going to play out. And the opinion is pretty clear. Bias is clear. When we were sitting here, right, no one wanted to believe we are going here. We did. We didn't tell you when. We told them before end of the year you should be here by December. It is. Now same thing, right? If they want, now if you look logically speaking, what is going on here? If they think they need a better price before, then this could be just a pullback 50. The 50 of this is where? Somewhere right here. This is probably 68% or 70%, right? They'll keep putting the pain, keep putting the pressure on the retail market and flush them out, and then they'll jump off. So this could be just a pullback. So from the high, this is the frequency where we came up with 222 right here, right? So I posted 4022. It should have been 4400, but doesn't matter, right? So still I did it very quickly. As you can see on the left side, 222, right? The other frequencies which is going to play out, which is going to end here, frequency of 9, and this is all overlapping, right? So 100 point, 120 point, it will be there in 2 days, 3 days. It could be even 1 day, and then panic move, right? There has to be something to panic. Right now, they're trying to get some value before they start the next bull run up. Now, if it's going to retest here, it is also possible. So just do your retracements. This is where you should start getting some smart moves. What is going to happen if then else scenarios, right? So we are dealing with short-term trades. Bounce from here, bounce from here, based on pure tactical measured moves. And remember, frequency always goes in doubling. Double of this right here, right? It gets here, this is almost going to go to the number which is mentioned in the Bible. Day and a half. Do the ratios of that is in the scriptures. Right there, right? So what number is this? So they could be getting ready for 1 month rally by putting so much pressure. If they decide not to, they want to go down further, then start the rally. You know the numbers right here. Keep this in the video. Thank you very much. Great night.